This lawsuit was about payback. The Freedom Foundation has become public enemy number one for government employee unions. Just ask Lee Saunders, ask me president. The Freedom Foundation is directly responsible for over 50,000 people leaving their unions on the West Coast. That means tens of millions of dollars a year won't be spent on the destructive political agenda of union bosses. How do we do this? At the Freedom Foundation, we have one mission, one goal: to help end forced union participation. This involves a massive outreach campaign that includes phone calls, emails, direct mail, and even door-to-door visits, informing public employees they can leave their union and stop paying union dues. Unions do everything they can to hide this information and suppress their members' rights. But when people find out they have a choice, they desert the unions in droves. But the big labor bosses have too much at stake not to fight back, and they fight dirty. In 2015, SEIU created a shell group with a single goal: to attack and harass the Freedom Foundation. Meanwhile, the unions themselves, with the help of compliant politicians like Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson, filed politically motivated lawsuits hoping to drain our resources and weaken our resolve. One nakedly political lawsuit from Ferguson alleges the Freedom Foundation should have reported its pro bono legal assistance to citizen activists who came to us for help after petitioning their local government to adopt labor reform policies. Nonprofit groups of all stripes commonly offer free legal help to people whose rights have been violated by government. The Freedom Foundation broke no laws because defending civil liberties is not a political contribution, and a Superior Court judge agreed. But the case was appealed to the liberal Washington State Supreme Court, where a 5-4 decision recently went against us. Notably, 4 justices on the state Supreme Court sided with us that when political speech laws are unclear, the law should side with citizens, not the government. We believe this is a serious violation of our First Amendment rights, and we've appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Why does this matter for the rest of the country? Our case has national implications. If big labor can pull enough strings to persecute its most vocal opponents, it can squash dissent everywhere. We have a disturbing trend in this country of politically motivated groups abusing the legal system to suppress opposing voices. What makes our case so unique is that the government was actually complicit in what is clearly a political payback. This is wrong. Our system of government was created to protect individual rights, not settle political scores. If this ruling is allowed to stand, it impacts organizations across the country that provide legal assistance to private citizens. We all have a stake in this appeal. It's time to return power to the people, not ruthless, well-connected special interests. Please stand with us.